Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
It's chilly over here, but it's fine. It's good.
Ch-
It's Tuesday,
chili
so
is what?
I think
What, what
hold
what
on.
temperature is chili?
Let me double check. Hold on. Let's see what we got going on here. Just see. 63.
Oh, that's downright freezing. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I know.
63?
63. I know where y'all live. If it's less than 75, you about to fall out. It's cold.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm getting out the winter boots and a scarf or something. It's ridiculous. Oh my Lord. Okay, so welcome everybody to the commentary zone. As you file into the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscription button, the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, tell a friend. Join us in our little conversations here. On the docket today, we have 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, Season 6, Episode 19, Shadows of Doubt. And we also have You, Me, and My Ex, Season 1, Episode 2, Ex Door Neighbors. One of these shows was complete and utter trash, and the other one was like delightful but confusing.
And it's not too hard to figure out which was which.
Yeah, 90 Day do better. But let's start with them first. Let's get them out of the way. You
You
want
want
to
to
go
go?
couple by couple?
Yeah, because pretty much the theme of the show was whining.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with Tiffany and Ronald. All right, so she's in South Africa, but I feel like a little jet lag is kicking in. Plus, she's got the two kids, and she's complaining that he's not helping her, and he was short on cash at the supermarket, and he didn't buy groceries before she arrived. It was just like one thing, like she looking for excuses, even though I
Yeah,
do agree with her on some of them.
I do agree on some. I really, really do.
Mhm.
But you know what you're dealing with, though. So that's why I'm not understanding why you wouldn't go prepared for this. Because you know what you're dealing with. You
Mhm.
know how he is, and you should have prepared for this.
So
Because when
she
I
should have
go
brought
anywhere,
groceries?
well, when I go anywhere, for me, I never go in anywhere with expectations on anyone. I feel like
Mhm.
I should always be able to take care of myself.
Mhm.
So, someone could say like, oh, let me take you to dinner. Like, don't think I'll be prepared to pay.
Right. No, I get
Stuff
you
like
with that.
stuff
Mhm.
like that, and like Ronald has a pattern of behavior. That's why I'm not really um too much Team Tiffany on this particular situation. I get like if this is your family, like literally your wife and your kids, you
Mhm.
would have everything prepared. So I understand her frustration with the him not being prepared, but she really shouldn't have expected anything better from him, given what he's done, like based on what he's shown us.
What do you think about the deal that he said he had that he does not do poopy diapers?
Then I would just go back home. What do you mean? This is your child. Like you don't tell me what you don't want to do with our child. You've lost your mind.
Yeah. Um, I got the impression when they were at the supermarket and how Ronald was picking up, he was like, okay, I'm buying enough groceries so that I'll have food for the next 6 months, whether
Yeah,
she's here or not.
I was peeping it out because I'm like, she's not planning to stay that long. Why are you using so many groceries,
Yeah.
sir? Like he's like I will give him credit. He is dogged. He is persistent with trying to get them to stay, to put in their mind, oh, you can stay. We have enough food. We have this. We have that. I'm like, you're trying, sir. But had he
Mhm.
really wanted them to be there, like really wanted them to be there, he would have like stepped up his game a little bit more.
Yeah,
If that
and
makes sense.
he had 6 eggs and a beer in the fridge, right? 6 eggs,
Don't
something else, and a beer.
discount the hot sauce now.
The hot sauce, there we go. And he was joking with the producer saying, I'm so surprised there was still a beer left. It
Right.
just feels like he doesn't take anything seriously, or he feels like I am this good, she's gonna want to stay.
Yeah,
Really?
he's very nonchalant in his duties, in his responsibilities. He only does things when he absolutely has to. And for someone like me, that would drive me nuts.
My God. Anything else on this mess of a couple?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right, let's just say hi to whoever is in the chat. Hey, Susan. Hey, Vale. Hey, Trey. Hey, Montana. Hey, Yanni. Hey, Paranormal. I hope I did not skip anyone.
Did we get Montana?
Yeah, I did. I think I
Okay.
did. Hey, Montana. I'll just say it again. Okay, so moving on. I'm just going in order of which they appeared. Elizabeth and Andrei. I hate this family. I hate this road trip. I I never thought that I would be in agreement with Charlie more in my life for taking a flight. Um,
Good job, Charlie.
yeah, okay. When they were going through what happened with baby Eleanor, at first I thought she actually fell. But then when I realized that they caught her and they
Mm-hmm.
all started piling on him because he went to take a piss and didn't watch the baby, I was just like, all of y'all are just fighting for no good goddamn reason.
Right.
I'm just sick of them.
It's just the fighting is ridiculous. Like they keep blaming Andre for their dad's decisions. Like, yes, Chuck didn't want to talk business, but Andre did, and they were talking. It's like y'all are just looking for stuff at this point. Y'all are just
Yeah.
really looking for stuff. Like he's motivated. He's trying to do what he needs to do to get what he wants, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you guys put in a little bit more work and were showed more initiative, Chuck would have taken some of your ideas, Becky. That's what she's mad about. She's mad because she came to the work for her dad 5 years ago and she had ideas, but he wouldn't listen. And now he's listening to Andre. Well, maybe your ideas sucked. Have you thought about that? Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Just saying,
I
maybe your
agree with
ideas
you.
weren't that good.
That was
You
running
think,
through my head when she said that as well. I'm like, why are you white girl whining? Seriously? And that's how I felt about it when I saw her because her name Becky. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so Yanni says, what is this? Expecting a man that never been a real husband or a real dad start acting like one to know how to be one from the first second is insane. I kind of agree with this, yes or no. Yes and no. I don't expect him to be the perfect dad right out the gate. However, I
mm-hmm.
do expect him to try. If your wife is calling you and asking for help with your child, and all you're doing is mopping up the kitchen floor, you could put the mop to the side and go and see how she needs help, especially if you hear the kid crying. Um, the agreement with the poopy diapers I didn't get. My thing is, you sat in South Africa while they were in the US and you were yammering on and on and on. You want your family there, you want your family there. And when they finally get there, you're in the fucking kitchen mopping the floor instead of being with your family. Unless that house was flooding away, you could have put the mop to the side. I have no patience for Ronald. I have no patience for Tiffany. I have no patience for them kids neither.
It's just with those two, it's just annoying because they both whine about the other one and what they're not doing, about what they need, what they want. It's like, well, you both won't change your stance or adjust. Like you both
Mm-hmm.
what you want, and there's no compromise. So what do you think's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Troy says, at this point, I honestly just want Andrei and the brother to fight. That's what I'm gonna call him
Right.
from now on. Go balls to the wall till they're both too tired to swing anymore, and there's nothing left to do but laugh at how stupid they are. Isn't that coming next week? Where they're fighting out on Grandpa's like pool patio deck, something. I don't know.
I have a question
Um,
with that things like
mhm.
that. Why do they always stand around? No, no, no. Like instead of breaking it up, y'all like no, 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 no. Like what do you mean? They're fighting already. What do you mean no? That you're beyond no at this point.
I'd be taking bets, quite honestly. If it was a real fight, I'd be taking bets between the two morons. Let's see. Why was he using a wet mop to wipe up water? True.
Yeah.
I don't know. And what did he spill? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It could have waited for me. Sorry.
Yeah, kids
Um,
crying, drop them off and go see what's going on.
yeah.
Simple.
He was at first putting the food away. South Africa is hot, so because the girl was fussing, did she really expect him to stop, let the food go bad? Okay,
Oh,
here's my
okay.
thing. I've lived near the equator. It ain't gonna go bad that quickly. You can leave your stuff on the counter or wherever you put it in the kitchen for a few minutes and come back. I live in Florida. Same shit, same thing. I'm just so disgusting today. I'm so sick and tired of this show. Um, not the end of the world. Let him. No, he doesn't have to finish unless it's a flood. He doesn't have to finish. If you are not pulling your weight, you've been crying about not having your family there. Come be with your family. I'm not telling you to leave and let the groceries rot neither, but you could go and check and see if she's okay. Put it down there so you can see his. Oh, Lisa. Oh my God, they can go into the back of the woods, both of them pull down their zipper and see who's bigger, because that's that is a pissing contest.
Mm-mm-mm.
Lisa, what part of the woods you live in? I might want to come and see who's in the back. Oh my God. Oh, Vale says they want to be the next Chantel family. You know, I think
Yeah,
they
they.
are.
Yeah, everybody says that they're bucking hard for their
No.
spinoff. Like they're bucking hard for their own spinoff.
I would like Andrei to say one sentence without the F word. I would like for me to say one sentence without the F word when talking about this show. Oh my God.
They're just
Like that,
annoying because you can see. The thing is this: with Libby's family, we know what's going on. We see it for what it is. No problem. I have no issues there. I have no issues with people trying to get their coins. What I have a problem is if you're going to do these kind of stupid storylines, they need to have a resolution somewhere, somehow. Because the same stupid arguments, like we shouldn't hate the whole family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even like the like Becky's husband, I'm gonna need you to go sit down somewhere because we know you ain't got no hands. Quit playing. Like what you gonna do?
He's
What
from
you gonna do?
Denmark or something like that, right?
Yeah, he needs to go sit down.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
No.
You're not gonna do nothing.
No.
Because you see how they were egging him on. Well, I wouldn't let Andre talk to my wife that way. Well, your wife started it, and this is why I'm going to need people to stop doing this. I'm going to need people to stop using double standards when it comes to women yelling at men. I'm sorry, as a woman, you need to understand that you can get the business from a man too, especially verbally. Don't be playing that off like it's okay. Like she should be yelling at him, talking to him that way. Talk to your dad like that. Talk to him that way because your dad was entertaining the conversation. You know,
Yeah.
your dad was saying we could do this, we could do that. So talk to him like that. And Libby, well, you supposed to run up on Becky on that one. I'm sorry. On this particular situation, Becky was wrong. You wait, you take notes, you get to where you're going, and you pull your dad aside and have a conversation. You don't yell at Andre because you feel the reason why she did that because she feel like, oh, he's the man, he can't hit me. She quit playing. Quit playing.
Here's the thing. Andrei, he did bring up the business conversation. Chuck told him at least twice, let's, I don't want to talk a business while we're on the family trip, da 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 da. But then, Chuck is an old school business dude.
Yes.
He gets excited.
Right. Yes.
And I think he got like a really good deal at the auction. So he
Yep.
started talking. He did issue the warnings, but Chuck is a hustler.
Yes.
Okay. And his bum kids are not hustlers. They're leeches.
No.
Let's just call a thing a thing. And I think he senses a hustler, sensibility in Andrei.
Yes, he does.
So he kind of gets caught in his own wormhole. But I will say, I will defend Chuck and say he did issue 2 warnings. They were ignored, but he did issue.
No, he did twice. But Andrei was like, okay, we could do this, and what about this? And Chuck's juices got flowing, let's be honest. And he just got swept up in the hustler game. That's all that really was. Probably because his kids don't have the same work ethic. They not
exactly.
So he doesn't have these conversations in like with his other kids because all Becky's doing is waiting around for a listing. It requires his cash.
Exactly. And this is what Lisa says. Becky can't afford to wait around for a listing from her dad and not go out and hustle for her own listings because her husband has money.
Yep.
And Jen used to be married to that DJ. I don't know if she's still married.
Divorced from out here.
So she's still getting a check, probably for alimony or child support or something. So
we have small kids.
Yeah, but in addition, like with that, plus whatever her cut is from the family business, she could sit up there and bitch and moan. However, did she defend Andrei?
Who?
With the whole Jen?
When? Let me know when that happened.
With the whole fiasco with him and Becky, come out here and let's talk.
No, she was the one that said I wouldn't let him talk to my wife that way.
Oh, that was her voice. Okay. Because there was like a lot of babies crying. And then Becky's husband was going back and forth saying, get these babies under control or something. I don't know. It was just very weird and convoluted. I have a question. Okay. Hey, Ebony. Welcome. All right. Is there a schedule on your topics? I like being ready. Oh, God. Okay. So Monday we do Shaw's and Married to Medicine. Today is TLC Tuesday, so we're doing 90 Day and You Meme My Ex.
Yes.
That's the name of it? I can't remember. Yeah. Wednesday, we're throwing in Love After Lockup. Thursday, we're doing the 2 housewife shows, New York and Beverly Hills, along with Family Karma. And then Friday will be our last Married at First Sight Australia. So next week, Family Karma will move to Friday or something like that. Okay. It is a little fluid and it's due to TV schedules and our schedules, but we'll try to, you know what? We're going to put up a schedule on Instagram and Twitter just to keep you guys up to date. Okay. So just follow us on Instagram and Twitter and we'll try to put up a weekly schedule for you. Does that sound good? I hope so. Sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. But that's a great question, Ebony.
We're trying to get to 1,000. We're trying to get to 1,000 so we can get a community tab so we can just post everything there.
Yeah, that would be good. Oh my God. Libby is the worst of all of them about being spoiled. Yes. And I don't like her latest mantra this season. No one's talking to my husband like that. Girl, he a deadbeat. Bye. So were you.
I wouldn't say he's a deadbeat.
He is a deadbeat.
He's a hustler. I appreciate him for that. But he's kind of like on the grifter end of things, you know, like.
Maybe that's why Chuck liked him so much.
I think so. Chuck sees a kindred spirit. He's finally someone who doesn't expect me to do everything and provide.
I don't know. Is he the only one in that family without a mugshot? I'm just saying. In this country? We don't know about Moldova. Hey, Black Lavender. They can't stand for good reason. Oh, one of the sisters defending him for Jen. That's when she defended him.
Oh, for the baby falling off.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
I knew she defended him at one point, but I couldn't remember when it was. And I kind of agree, like, But he should have said something if he was going to pee and
Yes.
not taking the little girl in there with him. And yes, he can take the little girl in there with him because she's still young enough. He should just put his back to her, whatever. And that's his daughter. Well, oops. Okay. All right. Who's next? Anything else to do with Andrei and Libby Snot?
Mm-mm.
Okay, Natalie and Mike. She going to get her nose done. He pretending he cares, and we met Juliana, who's a Russian, and they ate.
Yeah, and he whined, she whined. Those two, I'm just so glad they're almost off my TV screen because they offer nothing.
I do want to ask something though. Do you think Juliana's kitchen was the kitchen that Natalie was doing her cooking shows in first? Like when she first started doing her cooking shows on
I think
YouTube?
so. I
It
think so.
looks like it, right?
Yes. I was trying to see. I
Ah,
was trying to see.
interesting. Interesting. Anything else with them?
No, they're unhappy with each other as usual. So same old, same old.
Damn. Okay, Yara and Jovi.
More whining.
Ah,
He can't. She's mad because he's not coming home because he has to stay. I'm like, I don't understand how she doesn't understand. Like he's working to provide a very nice life for you.
mm-hmm. But I do appreciate her initiative when he said, okay, you've got to get out of the house. I mean, the apartment. You got to find a new place. I can bring in all my family. You're not going to be alone. She's like, fine. I'm going to go out and find a place that I like for me and my daughter. And you won't have any say in it. And you will have to deal with it when you get back here. And I was like, good for you. She went straight out to the suburbs and got herself something nice. I agree with her for that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're basically if you're not here, I have to get out. When we have to get out, then yeah, you just got to take the bull by the horns and get what you like at this point because he's not gonna be there to help you. So just do it yourself. I agree with her on that one.
Okay, what's this that Lisa said? Y'all move it around like Bravo, whatever fills a hole that needs to be filled next is the show you putting. Oh, thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
Oh my God. And let's get it. He's a lazy deadbeat.
That was funny. I was gonna mention that was he's not just a deadbeat, he's a lazy deadbeat. I mean, that was too funny.
Oh my God. Okay. Black Lavender. Michael just needs a Nigerian woman that can give him 15 kids. Well, he's long overdue. Let's go for 18. Oh, geez. Sorry. Natalie does cooking show. Yes, she does. She has her own YouTube channel, Natalie something or the other, and she cooks. She makes borscht. Okay, Mike and Natalie are dumb and they need to go. We agree with you, Paranormal. We agree with you. Anything else on them?
Yeah.
And if the nose job, the nose operation is medical, why wouldn't insurance pick it up? I think it's a cosmetic.
That was my thinking as well.
Because if she got all of this stuff leaking out of her nose and it's impairing her breathing and she can't sleep and yada yada yada, you sure that he didn't punch her in the nose or something since she got here? I don't get where'd this all come from. Okay. All right. So anything else with Yara and Jovi?
No, it's just they've got to get out because she didn't want to renew, so they have to get out. He thought they would be there. He would be there, but he's not. So at this point, she's just gonna do things her way. And I agree with that because he really shouldn't have any say because they're on a time crunch, a severe time crunch. Because you need to be out, packed up, moved, and find a new place all within 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, how you feel is not gonna matter to me. I agree with her on that one.
And I like Gwen as well, Ebony. And she kind of ended off their segment because she's a little concerned um, about Jovi liking the area that Yara picked. But it is what it is, and you're hardly ever there, so
Yeah,
just go to work and send a paycheck so y'all can pay for it.
exactly.
I know that's mean, but whatever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Lisa,
Sorry.
she does do cooking channel on her YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Does it do more than cooking?
I don't watch her. I mean, I'm
Oh.
sorry, if I'm not gonna watch her on the show, I'm sure not gonna watch her on YouTube.
Yes, Vale. I also saw Yanni's comment on this. I saw another channel did it with the close up of the flag in the background. Well, I'm glad she's getting out. Good on her for leaving. And again, sucky editing for the production team. Why didn't y'all go in and clean out his house beforehand of his little paraphernalia? I
Right.
don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. But these are the people that you bring to our screens. Angela and anything more on Yara and Jovi?
Nah.
Angela and Michael. The goofballs have returned.
They are so funny together. They are hilarious. Oh my goodness. When he said like Angela doesn't like me hanging out with them because you know, she just they're basically using their bad influence. And then was it the brother who's like, I'm really surprised he like married her because I don't think she's very like really, sir.
Oh
And then
my
like,
god.
but did you see like how they all just all almost all passed out when they found out that she got boob reduction? They
Mm-hmm.
can handle that.
It was her one redeeming like quality.
Right,
Oof.
with the big boobs,
Wow.
and that's a
Does she
shame.
do it in Russian or does she translate it into English? Oh, Lisa, she speaks English. Natalie speaks English on her cooking lessons. They're really, really boring. So if you want to get some rest or something like that, you just turn it on, put it on low volume, and she took these. Oh wait, no. On 90 Days, she doesn't open her mouth, but on the YouTube channel, she actually enunciates and opens her mouth. It's quite interesting. But yeah, it's very, very boring. And then there's a lot of like eye action with how she stares and stuff. It's very weird. Um, okay. Michael needed to stand up for himself a long time ago. Yes. And now he's got the goofballs. I'm sure they can find him a woman to help him get his children.
Oh yeah, plenty of yeah. He will not be struggling in Nigeria. I'm sorry.
I loved it when they asked him if he's going to go back to her as the old Michael or if he is going as the new African man.
They are too. I just laughed. Their whole little segment just had me cracking up. Cause like they're like he's all, and when Michael's like, yeah, I'm just gonna like live my life as a single free man. I was like, okay.
Yeah, right. And by the time they got to the end of the conversation, he was already trying to make a go of
Right.
it with Angela
Angela.
again, but he's going to stand up for himself this time.
Right.
Good. She must have missed a Western Union payment.
I mean,
That's all I'm saying.
I like the fact that they told him like, no, there needs to be change, and they're
Mm-hmm.
right. There needs to be actual change. I'm like, I agree with that.
Let's start this hashtag. Hashtag free Michael. Yes, Montana. Yes, we need to start
But
this.
the thing is, though, Michael could have left a long time ago. Like she dumped him though, so he doesn't. Technically he's free, right? Because she was a divorce, right? She broke up with him.
Ebony is a mess. She broke up with him, but it's not the same because, and here's why I keep on questioning, what kind of wedding did they have? Did they have like a white wedding where it went into the books, or did they have like the Muslim wedding where he could like turn around and say the 3 words and then they're done? Did he have
Mm,
did they have the tribal wedding or did they have the white wedding? Because remember, we learned this when we was watching Johannesburg, remember?
right.
So one of them is cultural, but holds no legal binding, and then the other one goes into the books. So I want more information, TLC. And Ebony is so shady. Beyonce made a song for all the single ladies. Michael played that song up and down the streets. We wish he would. Now are y'all talking about Simba? Oh, we are talking about Michael and Angela Ablavi. Hello, Ablavi. They had the government involved with the wedding. Oh, I couldn't remember seeing them sign something.
Yeah,
But okay,
I remember they went to the office. I do remember that because they spoke to the person. They had to go through all that stuff. I do remember
right.
that.
But he was detailing the different marriage ceremonies, wasn't he?
Yeah, they did.
Or maybe I'm
Hmm.
confusing it with Lisa.
They
Let's
are kind
see.
of interchangeable sometimes.
I know. I know. Oh Lord.
Help lobby.
Yes, Simba. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
He's a whole mess.
Oh my God. Okay, so Angela goes to visit her lawyer, Lou. Lou. We haven't seen him in a while. I like him. Um, Lou is running through everything with her regarding to the wedding and possible divorce. They have no property together. They have no children together. It'll be an easy thing to break and
Right.
dissolve. However, why is she asking? Why is she asking? But what if we make up again and I want him to come to the States again? And I'm like, wait, what? You're getting a divorce. You're done.
Correct. You're
Like
done.
a pig doesn't eat his own shit. Like, come on.
Toasties. Completely done.
So I am just like, and he's correct. Like, once you file for the divorce, you will have to advise the immigration visa that you're canceling it. If you cancel it, then you have to start all over again. Is she rolling in so much dough that's not an issue?
I was kind of curious with that one.
I want to know how much money she's making.
Right. Gina's doing a good job.
Who?
Gina. Isn't Gina her manager?
Oh, yes. Gina's the manager. Well, I
Hmm.
guess Gina wants her cut. So, yeah. Oh my God, Angela, I heard that she's already dating. Really, Angela? Shut up. Is she going on the single life on Discovery
Right.
Plus? Oh,
That's
for
what I'm thinking
fuck's
about.
sake. Oh, geez. I just can't. Anything else with these two yahoos?
These two now, they're living the simple life.
Rodolfo got approved to come to. Okay, who's this? Um, insane. A YouTube video today, the celeb talk guy, that Rodolfo got approved to come to the US. Who's Rodolfo? Who that?
Do we know him?
I don't know. Yanni, who's Rodolfo? Oh Lord. Okay. Ronald. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that as well, but I was a little confused because Celebrity Talk Guy talks in circles a lot. Hold on one second for me, guys. Just take over, Jamal.
sure. No worries. So yes, I do remember hearing Ronald's visa got approved. So I was kind of shocked after his interview with the immigration people where he's like, "Yeah, I've been arrested several times." I'm like, okay, that's how we feel.
Well, okay. Did he really get approved? Well, if he got approved, thanks for pinch hitting there. If he got approved, that means that all of his charges, like they were expunged or something, or they didn't stick.
Right.
So they were making a bigger deal than they should have over these indiscretions that he had. So they've been lying,
Just a smidge.
right? Mhm.
Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Or they weren't. They were like playing it up for the cameras.
Right. And I heard that she had the same surgery as Angela, the sleeve. And she was, hinting at it for a couple of weeks, and she finally went and got the surgery. Good for you, Tiffany. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, is TLC making something on the back end by giving all these ladies these surgeries? Like, what are they getting from this? I don't see
I
any
feel you know.
longevity for Tiffany in this franchise.
Unless something's happening with Tiffany and she's getting the weight loss, so she can go on a single life too.
But if Ronald was approved to come here, how's
You
she
know
gonna
how
be going
quickly
on single life?
you know how quickly these 90-day folks be breaking up. Married one
Yeah,
day,
ouch.
divorced 3 weeks later.
Yeah. He does speak fast, but he repeats himself a lot, which gets me pissed off with him. And then he's never firm on anything. Like he'll say, the sky is blue, but sometimes it has gray in it. And then there's these splashes of white, but it really is blue. But I don't know. I just don't know, because there's always some gray and white in there. Shut up. It's just too much. Too much for me.
Too much.
But he does get a lot of good juicy scoop, though. I will give him that. I believe he did once she has a dad. Yes, I was approve. Okay. Okay. Approved to visit or residency. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, Lord. I don't even know what these people has a name. Oh my God. Oh, that's how he fools people. Okay. Yes. Stop running from coming and go on single life. Yes. Two great valid points, Yanni. Okay. So anything else with regards to Angela and Free Michael?
Nah, we're good.
All right. Last but not least, Julia and Brandon. This was beyond stupid.
Let's see. Y'all remember David and Annie? David had a hair transplant and in the past gastric bypass. The old way, look how big he is. Tiffany and Angela need to deal with it. Yep, most definitely, Lisa. You have to deal with those
Mm-hmm.
certain issues before you go into a surgery. You just can't. You shouldn't just go into a surgery thinking like, okay, I can get the surgery and I'll be good. Nope. You've
Mm-hmm.
got to deal with those. You've got to deal with those issues. You've got to deal with them.
Mm-hmm. Wait, celeb talk guy doesn't say allegedly? Oh, he better start saying it. Oof. Unless he thinks his strategy is saying every point of the argument is getting him out, like that's his equivalent of allegedly. I don't know. He's a mess. He mentioned the bypass. Okay, so Julia and Brandon, they went to go and see an apartment that she picked out, 3-bedroom apartment for $1,800 a month. She's upset when he says they can't afford it. Then she goes for a job interview at a gym to be a trainer for a dancercise class. And she pulls out her lucite heels and does a little,
A little something, something.
Scarlett's Review, Dance Ensemble. I felt like throwing money at her. Um, the man from Crunch Fitness, at least I think it's Crunch Fitness. He was just like, okay. But I will say, when he said, so can you teach me how to do that? She really was kind of good at showing you how to go like this and then feel your body. And I was like, she's kind of good.
Yeah.
And she has that aggressive accent, Russian accent that will make you, bitch, you better work.
Mm-hmm.
She might work out.
No, she's good. No, because she can dance and she's able to communicate. Like the fact that she's so good at dance helps her with her communication, because the people can see what you do, even if you can't explain it all the way well. They can see what you're talking about because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's huge for her.
She's a little pissed that she has to take exams or tests or something, certifications.
Certification.
But get over yourself. Let Brandon take them for you and be done with it. I'm from Chicago. 1 bedroom can start at 12. That 3 bedroom is a steal. Yeah. Because it was in Richmond that they went to go and look at the apartment, and it was nice. It had double sinks in the bathroom. It had granite. It was really nice. But what that had to do with muscle toning? I don't know. I don't know, Yanni, what it had to do with muscle toning. All I told you was that she brought something straight out of the go-go club or the strip club that she used to work at. She did it in heels, and she did it without falling on her face.
So
Good
with
for her.
toning, the way it works is, so you generally use weights to like build muscle to cut up all that good stuff. When you do dance exercises, it's considered toning because you're using all of your muscles, but you're not using weights. So you won't get those deep cuts. You'll get that smooth look that women like to have, versus like the hard muscle separation that you need to use with weights and intense cardio.
Oh. So this will just get your pulse up.
But also, but it'll get you in shape, but you won't get those deep cuts and separation.
You have to do weights.
Yeah, weights and intense cardio and all that good stuff. Yeah.
When you say intense cardio, what is that? Because I'm kind of allergic to exercise.
Like people, you see those people running on treadmills like 10 miles an hour. Intense cycling, stuff like that.
The last time I went in a gym, I kid you not, I was on a treadmill, and the woman in front of me was on one of those stair machines.
Oh yes.
And she was in a tennis skirt, and she was going so fast, and she was like 60 something. I kid you not. And this was when I was in my 40s. And I'm there walking, and I'm watching the TV, and I'm just listening to the news, and I'm walking, and I'm hearing her go, and I was just like, I am so turned off with this place. She is making me sick. 20 minutes later, she's still there going like Speedy Gonzalez on this thing. And I'm like, if she has a heart attack, I don't want to be a witness. And it was my excuse to leave and never return. I canceled my membership. I did. It was demotivating. It really was.
Oh, I got you.
She was like 20 years older than me and going like nonstop. And I was just like, I can't deal with that. I'm sorry. This is not what I came for the gym for.
You didn't come for motivation.
That wasn't motivation. That was like, I don't like, someone should have came over to and said, lady, take a break.
Stop it.
It was not motivational to me at all. Okay, she doing like blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay, so this was it for everyone on this show. All right, let's go to You, Me, and My Ex, season 1, episode 2, Ex Door Neighbors. Who you want to start with?
You choose the son.
All right, let's go with the person that we saw the least, which was Jack, Lisa, Jimmy, and Wendy. Apparently Lisa and Jimmy compromised, so they're gonna tell their son like a watered down version of what happened. At this point, I don't care.
I mean, if there's not a side baby involved, I just don't care. I'm gonna be honest, because if you're just hyping this up for it to be something random and like, man, I'm not here for it. I'm just telling you that now. I'm gonna be pissed if it's not a side baby. Or if he didn't sleep with somebody in your family, it has to be one of those for me to be interested.
Okay. Lisa is at her home with who's her man? Jack. Is her fiance, and they have some friends over. And so they're explaining the RV trip down to see her son and that both couples are going. And this guy and girl, I don't remember their name, but they were kind of like amazed that this was happening. One of them called him a train wreck waiting to happen. And Lisa thinks that the trip will be an opportunity for all of them to get to know each other, like she getting to know Wendy. Y'all should already know each other. And didn't the guy say, "Are you trying to get back together with Jimmy?" And Jack just looked dumbfounded when that was said. And it was a valid question for me.
Same.
You know, and I don't think she answered it. Okay, so did anyone find out what he does for who's he? I don't know. He's secretly scared to move away from home, so he's letting her look. Oh, okay. Maybe Trey, this is a valid point. Maybe I think Brandon is scared to move away from home. He doesn't want to assume the responsibility of an adult.
I can see that.
Anything else regarding Jack, Lisa, Jimmy, and Wendy?
No, until we find out why you're divorced, we don't care. At least I don't care. I'll put it that way.
Okay. All right. So do you want to do Alex, Caroline, and Steven?
Yeah.
Okay, they're having a Friendsgiving at Caroline's sister house. Her sister seems to think that Steven and her are a really great match. We meet Steven's sister, who really don't like Caroline. We meet Alex's sister, who really likes Steven. She don't like Caroline.
Right.
And his sister got married, right? That was one of the surprises. Yeah, there was a lot going on in these two scenes that they had. Basically, Caroline's cousins who are gay do not like Alex, and they don't think a gay person could like vagina. And I thought he was bisexual. Because if you're attracted to both sexes, then you'd be bisexual, right?
Right, but they're not believing it. I think that's what it's coming down to. They're not believing what Alex is putting out there.
Oh,
that's really what it comes down to. Because even the sister, remember the sister said, like, I know Alex, like he's gay.
Right, but him and Caroline been together for a while now.
2 years.
Yes. So.
Because my thing, that's the way I take it. Because my whole thing is this: if he's not putting it down, and it's been 2 years, I doubt Caroline would stay.
Gay men can have sex with women. I can see that, but I just feel he's bisexual.
And I don't think Caroline would stick around for just having a gay man sleep with her. I'm sorry, I just don't think she would put up with it.
Yeah. I don't want to believe like they're putting on for the camera, but they might be. After seeing his sister, what was
Right.
her name? Like when we saw Alex's sister, it all of a sudden started feeling like they were putting on for the camera.
I mean, but
After.
also for me, it's the way he talks about Steven. That's what kind of like is like, well, I'm not too sure about this because you're saying, you love Caroline, like she might be the one, this and that, but you're still pining over your ex.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think he takes too many calls from him.
Wait to me.
I think like you need to edit that down.
It's like he's holding on to some kind of hope, which is not fair to Caroline. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I
look
feel,
at what Trey says. Caroline is a means to make Steven jealous. Alex still wants Steven, but he's still hurt and he's trying to punish him for cheating.
but here's
The
the thing though. Oh,
Steven's
sorry.
not jealous.
Yeah, why would Steven be jealous of a woman? I'm that the jealousy thing. I don't understand it. Now, if Steve had hooked up with a dude who looks like 10 times better than him, yes, I could see Steven being jealous. But I don't think Steven is would be jealous of Caroline because it's like, well, Alex broke up with Steven because Steven cheated on Alex. So since Alex was the one who really wasn't invested in a relationship, I don't see why Steven would be jealous.
Do you think he's trying to punish his ex
Well, you can't
with
punish someone who you cheated
Caroline?
on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I
It's a
mean?
little weird.
I mean,
It would have to be like really fuzzy logic if that's what he's thinking, because I don't see it working.
mm-mm. But we
I
have to
don't
remember,
know.
Steven's the one who cheated.
Mhm. Mhm.
Steven's cheated, and Steven looked to me what it looks like Steven's over there looking at living his best life. I mean, Steven is not worried about Caroline at all. Like literally not worried about her at all.
Okay, maybe the ex still not ready for commitment and he's going alone with her. Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I think Steven went into the relationship with Alex saying, I'm not really committed to you. I'm still gonna be doing my thing. And Alex became attached and then started getting hurt when
hmm
he would go off and do his thing. And in Steven's head, it was just like, well, I tell you this from the beginning.
hmm
I,
But if you recall, their Alex's friend. I'm not sure if it's Alex's friend or him and his sister's friend. Is his name Robert? Is that his name?
Robert
The
is the
friend,
cousin,
not Robert. The Alex's sister's friend, their friend, the white guy.
the one that was asking him the wait, oh, I thought he was a cousin.
Is he a cousin or
Damn.
okay? So remember what he said to Alex? He's like, basically he was kind of shocked as well because he's like, this is kind of shocking because I remember like all the men that used to come in and out of this apartment.
Yes, Robert is her gay cousin, and he's the one who's
Okay,
causing trouble.
but remember the guy that Alex and his sister were with? He's the one who said, I remember all the men who used to come in and out of this apartment, and that kind of had me looking
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm going to need some explanation to this. Like, because it sounds like Alex has only really been with men, so I'm confused about where this is. I think this was confusing his family. Like, where is this coming from? We've never known you to be with a woman,
But he been with her for 2 years. How y'all?
right?
This just
I,
isn't making sense.
I think the problem is I really think they're looking at Caroline as a placeholder for Steven. I think that's what their biggest issue is. That's why they don't believe it because they're like, no, you were really into Steven, and yes, you've been with her for a long time, but we're not buying this. But then again, if we're going off that this is real, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think a woman would put up. with a man who's not putting it down for 2 years. I'm just saying. I gotta go with that theory.
And he wants to propose to
Yeah.
Caroline.
Mhm.
Ugh. This is confusing for me. But then when we meet the new couple at the end, we're gonna save the new situation for the end.
They are hilarious.
They're hilarious, but they're very confusing for me. Like I lost track a lot of the time, and then it doesn't help that the two women look very similar.
And the men are interchangeable for them. They're all interchangeable with each other.
Yes, yes. Okay. Hold on. Yanni agrees with you. What else? Okay. Are you saying? Oh, Lisa wants to know if you're saying that she's a beard for him.
It's not so much a beard because they know what Alex is. I mean, there's no discussion around his sexuality. There really
Mm-hmm.
isn't. What it is they're trying to figure out what purpose Caroline serves in his life because they're like, well, why are you doing this when you've pretty much only been with men? He's not trying to hide that he's into men. That's typically what a beard is for. So that's not neither here nor there. It's more like what is the purpose behind her? Like, why are you here? It's not
Mm-hmm.
like you're like the best friend who comes to and cries to. That's one thing, but y'all are actually together, like together,
Yeah.
and they can't wrap their head around that point. That's all it really is. They're like, are you serious? And you combine that with the fact that he's still close with Steven.
Let me ask you a question,
Mm-hmm.
just for shits and giggles. If Caroline looked like Rihanna,
Mm-hmm.
would we still be having a hard time with this?
Yes.
We would.
The reason why is it's more of his mannerisms. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so we have to go off. One is the mannerisms.
Uh-huh.
Two, he's still hung up on his ex boyfriend. Three, we have not heard of any other ex girlfriends.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So you put those three when you put those three things together, you just come with a big question mark, and that's where his family is right now.
Oh my God. Okay. So Trey says, um, oh, why didn't I bring it up? The last two couples might as well just swing. They bought a third house on the block for no reason. Well, doesn't Lauren, John's ex-wife, is John, right? John, she lives with a woman in that house, and they haven't defined what that relationship is.
Which one?
The really complicated couple that we're saving for last.
Okay.
So put a pin in this, Trey, and bring it back up when we talk about those four bozos at the end. I still won't believe it. That he oozes. I like men's. Thank you, Trey. I like men's. I love it. Oh my God. Okay, so anything else with Alex, Caroline, and Steven?
No, but there. I think once they start asking the hard questions, we might get some answers.
Do you think he'll wear anything else other than a tracksuit this entire season?
Doesn't he have a tracksuit collection?
I just he needs to switch it up. That's all I'm saying.
Just a smidge.
Oh God. All right. So next up is Jessica, Jerry, and Kay.
Gotcha.
I switch. I was telling this to Heidi Black yesterday. I switch where I think she's coming from. She's Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
She's Puerto Rican. Oh my God. I feel bad for Jessica. This girl is not dumb. And it should be quite entertaining.
Yes, because you can just feel the tension, and it's oof, 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 oof. No, mm-mm,
When do you think the
no.
first fight will happen?
I'm gonna say the next episode we see them. Because you already tell Jessica's not feeling her. She's not here for her. You know what I mean? She's not doing it
But
with her.
Jessica is behaving dumb. Like what she did with the games night. I'm not coming down there. And then you see her saying, okay, I'm only going to come there and I'm only going to play with the kids and I'm not interacting with her. Girl, you in the same room.
Right.
You really think that's going to bother her if you don't interact with her? I think not.
Right.
And I don't understand why Jessica is being so territorial over territory that is not hers.
Exactly.
Unless we missed something that they really aren't divorced, but
Mhm.
you lived in Utah.
Right.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
But I do enjoy Kay and how she deals with her. What did you think about the questions that Kay was asking her?
I think she was direct and spot on. Like, cause she needs
Mm-hmm.
to know what she's walking into.
I don't
That
understand how Jerry thought this was a good idea.
he wasn't thinking. He wasn't thinking.
But nobody met her before he decided to move her in. You,
Exactly. That was my
would you
confusion.
do that with
I
kids?
I would have thought he would have introduced her to everyone before moving her in. But when I found out or realized that y'all have never met this woman, I was like, oh, because those kids were not feeling her on the drive over. I was
Yeah,
like,
the
don't
the
y'all
two
know?
middle boys.
Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
weren't here for it. I was like, this is interesting. And then I started picking like, oh, y'all have never met this woman. Ouch.
Hmm.
Ouch.
Okay. Okay, so Yanni's saying, thinks she can play with her and say, I normally sit on his lap for breakfast, and then say, I didn't sign up for this. The children didn't either. I'm not interacting with her. Jessica makes no sense to me
Mm-mm.
whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Jessica's trying to play this like she has rights, and that's a
yeah.
problem. It's like you moved in to take care of him, like and convalesce with him, and you never left. That's the way it comes across to me. So she's become
Hmm.
very territorial because she probably has the house the way she wants it. But I'm confused. If you guys have been divorced, like, has he not brought any other girlfriends over, or do you drive them all away?
Mm. And who was having the conversation in front of the 8-year-old? Which conversation is this, Trey? Um, was that when Kay was talking to Jessica? I don't know. I can't wait for this particular situation to develop. And I hope we get a cat fight. Just
And I
saying.
think I'm gonna go back to what Bobby said last week. I believe. I
Hmm.
think Jessica and old boy still sleeping together from time to time.
Yeah, she kind of
Because
dropped that hint.
she's acting way too possessive for someone who's
Hmm.
just there to help him with the kids.
Yep. Yep. Agreed. Agreed. All right. Anything else with that throuple?
Nope.
All right. Next up. Hold on. Just get rid of that. Oh, geez. This is driving me nuts. StreamYard, get it together. All right. Last but not least is a new situation that we got introduced to last night. John and April are married. John used to be married to his ex-wife, Lauren, who lived next door to April and her ex-husband, Roy.
Hmm.
Lauren now lives down the block with a woman, but we're not sure of what that relationship is. But she's still always over at John and April's house. Roy is in the military But April has children with him. Um, they share bank accounts and they share something else. Like there was just so much shit going on here.
Right.
And now they share a tattoo, which they went and got during this episode, but they didn't bother to tell John. I don't understand why April will tell Lauren, but she wouldn't tell John. And of course, Lauren comes over to get a first-hand view of what happens when John finds out that April gets a matching tattoo with her ex-husband. This was a mess.
A whole mess. But it entertains me because one, they're interchangeable. It took me like a couple of scenes to figure out, okay, who's actually with who and how this was working out. Because like y'all all kind of look the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I like their situation because you could tell John's not having it. John is seething. I'm like, oof, sir,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Like the way here's the thing with these kind of situations, he's going to have to realize that at the end of the day, you
Mm-hmm.
are the second husband. You'll never
Okay.
be first. You'll never be first. Um,
Is John the second or the third husband?
I thought I said second. I think I said second or third. If I did, I meant second or like at least a second. I should say at least you're at
At
least the
least,
second
yeah.
husband.
He's not the
You're
top rung.
right. You're not the top, sir. You're not the top. So you're gonna have to like deal with that, and then they have children together. So this person's
Mm-hmm.
always gonna be around. Like they're going to be around probably longer than you're going to be around, if we're going to be honest, because of the way you're acting. So you need to make certain adjustments. You can express your displeasure and just let her know, like, you know what, I know he's always going to be around, this and that, but these things make me uncomfortable. But you can't dictate how she can act with her ex-husband because they do have children.
Okay, so Yanni has a question. Did the ex move in with a woman and a wife? Which ex we talking about? Well, not John or April. Lauren or Roy? On the commercial, is another thing about came together with first marriage. Wait, huh? She wants to get back with her ex-husband?
The first one, I think.
Who? Lisa? I'm so confused with these people. TLC, this is a great show, but y'all gotta do better. Like, we need to put like name tags on everybody and just
Mm-hmm.
like, you know me,
And
I want to
arrows.
break down. I want to
And
break
arrows.
down who was married to who, when, where, why, how. This is just ridiculous. I don't see the big deal. Should April have told her current husband? Yeah, it would
Yeah.
have made sense. Um, Maybe you need to go with him and get a matching tattoo with him. And like Yanni said, it was only the coordinates, so that was matching. The
Right.
rest of the tattoo design was not. So y'all just making a bigger deal than that. And if it was so important to get your kids coordinates of where he was born, you should have did that when he was born over a decade ago. I don't know.
to
Ugh.
me, to me, this just seemed like it was for the cameras anyway. So I'm not
Yes.
gonna feed into too much into it
What do
because all you guys have been thinking this for a long time, and all of a sudden, like you guys are gonna do it, and you just happen to do it on TV. Okay. Mm.
hmm. Um, is that friendly with your ex for thinking I've been around so much? It is like, okay, I'm friends with most of my exes, but to say that I want to be around them constantly and hang out and we're best of friends, I I don't see myself doing that.
But it's different when you have children. And for it seems for some reason for me, the sentiment I got from these couples is that they really didn't want to divorce, but they had grown apart, but were still friends.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's the way it seems. So for them, it really seems like, oh, well, we're friends. Like they're
Well,
not looking at each other. They're not really looking at each other as ex spouses. They're looking at each other like, oh, we're friends.
here's the thing. April is a little over familiar with Roy because when she went and picked him up from the airport, she did have a honey-do list for him. And I felt
Mm-hmm.
like they were married, then to be
Mm-hmm.
introduced to her real husband.
Mm-hmm.
And Roy's staying with her, okay, yeah, to see his kids. Um, it was just an odd dynamic. I could not see my ex-husband staying with me in a home with my current husband. I would send the kids over to an Airbnb with their dad.
Correct. I'm with you on that one.
It was just a little too intimate for me. And then on top of that, that used to be Roy's home. John moved into Roy's home.
Yeah.
That
That's
was the
another
other
problem.
thing. That was
That's
the
another
other
problem.
thing. Roy and her still own that home
Right.
and the two bank accounts. And that seemed like a surprise. The bank account seemed like a surprise to John.
Yes. Like my whole thing with him is this, and I'm going to try to frame this correctly. If you had an issue with Roy and their closeness, you really shouldn't have moved into that man's house. I'm sorry. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I really do feel that way, and I think that's part of the underlying tension that your wife has moved you into her ex-husband's home.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I really do feel that's an underlying um, source of contention between him and Roy. I don't think that it's their closeness. I think it's the fact they're still so tied together financially, and you're not moving into a home that's you and your wife. It's her ex-husband, which
Mm-hmm.
kind of it might make him feel less than a man, or he's not
Yeah.
respected.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have done it.
Wouldn't you have
You,
wanted your own little fresh start considering you were neighbors?
yes.
It's just so weird. I mean,
I can. I
John sold
understand.
his house with Lauren. Why
Mhm.
couldn't April sell that house and then they start over fresh somewhere else?
Mhm. I mean, I. It wouldn't be bad if Roy didn't live there.
But
That's
he
the other issue.
doesn't. He's stationed in California, she said.
He is, but you could tell when he's coming home. Like, here's why I say when I say living there, I mean because remember the way she framed Roy coming in to visit, that
Mm-hmm.
he's coming home, and he's only stationed in California for 3 years.
Yeah, her phrasing was so
That's the thing.
weird because that's why I thought that she and Roy were married because he's
Mhm.
coming home. And
Home.
then, then I realized double whammy. Well, he is coming home because it's his home.
And remember, she said it feels like when he's gone, a piece of our family is missing.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
That's why I say
God.
he. That's why I say. That's why I say Roy lives there, and that's a point of contention for John. Because
But
really,
that's
John has
John's
no rights.
fault.
John has no rights because it's not his home, and John
But
put
that's
himself in
his
that position.
fault.
No, I agree with you, 100%.
I don't get it. Like turn that into Airbnb, keep it for the
Mhm.
kids, and y'all
Yep.
go and find another house.
Exactly.
She didn't really want to get rid of her first husband. Well, she didn't want to get rid of Roy. We still trying to figure out
No,
what number he is.
you could tell like they just kind of grew apart due to probably his work, him not being around as much as she probably wanted. That's why I
Hmm.
said they really didn't want to divorce. It was just they had grown apart, and but they could still consider each other friends. And John kind of filled the needs that she needed from Roy, and Roy was not fulfilling. That's what that was.
Let's call a
John,
thing a thing. He
mm-hmm,
came and mowed her lawn
basically,
in more ways than one.
yeah.
Gross. And she felt alone. Right. Okay. But she didn't want to move. She was moving with him all up until that Japan
Yes.
reassignment or whatever you call it in military.
Mhm.
And she said, I wanted to keep my kids in the same school. When you sign up to be a military family, that's part of the deal.
Right.
You
And she said
move.
she was proud, and she said she was proud of that too, which was very interesting to me.
Wait, she was proud of not moving or being military?
Being a military spouse,
Mm.
she was proud of it but wouldn't move.
Another day. Okay, wait. So okay. Two of the girls are from another daddy. I thought it was just one that was from somebody else and the others are his. I'm so confused.
Well, he said they have one child, and she has two from He said a previous relationship. I didn't hear an S. I just heard relationship.
So is this the person that she was in a relationship with when Roy almost ran her over with the truck and then they got together?
That was a boyfriend.
That was a boyfriend.
That was a boyfriend. She was dating her boyfriend at the time. He was dating his girlfriend at the time. They became friends. Yeah, it was a whole mess. So basically, she left her boyfriend for him.
Oh my God. Okay. Being married to someone who's in the military has its perks and has its pros and its cons. I don't know. I know one military wife. She has gone with him when he transferred, and she has stayed behind while he went off doing what he's doing. But they've been together over 20 years. And
Go ahead.
yeah, I guess it's how committed you are to your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I've heard like it takes a lot. Like if you're going to be a military wife, like you have to be all in. You can't. There's a lot of sacrifices and like you said, a lot of perks. But you have to mentally prepare yourself to be a military wife because it can be stressful.
Japan is a good deployment. Japan and Korea and Germany are like I know a guy who lived Germany and Korea, like he lived everywhere, but his favorite was Germany and Korea. He was with Air Force. And then Heidi's son, one of her sons, is currently stationed in Japan, and his family is there with him. And it's wonderful. I mean, I like traveling. I like exploring new countries and new cultures. Um, Maybe I would have made a good military wife. Oh, let me go and find Southern Command and see if I can find somebody. It's not too late.
You used to command though.
Southern Command, that's down here in Florida.
Oh, I thought you meant command like you need you an officer. My bad. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm old enough. I would like an officer. I don't want somebody fresh out of boot camp. Those are babies.
I was just saying. You
I
said
want an
command. Like, oh,
established person
she went with
with
stars.
stars and stripes and whatever decorations they got. I don't know. No, but Southern Command is down here in Miami.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm like,
Because
dang.
the girl that I told you about that with her husband for like over 2 decades, he was posted at Southern Command while they were living in Miami. And
Oh,
then they went to Italy. While she was in Miami, he was at Southern Command, but he got deployed someplace else, but she stayed in Miami.
gotcha.
I think he went over to the Middle East. He went over to like Afghanistan or something like that for about a year, came back. She stayed here with her daughter.
Hmm.
Then they left to go to Italy for a few years, and now they are in Tennessee, I think. Yeah. So she's gone with him.
Hmm.
on some of his deployment. I don't know what you call it. Yeah, it just depends on where he's going, where he's being stationed.
Gotcha.
Okay. They only have one child. Her daughter is over 20. They only have one kid?
Yeah, yeah, because he said that they have one child and the other two are for previous relationships.
Okay. 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 Used to move every 2 years. She only stayed 4 in San Diego because of the Iraqi war, and he would bring soldiers there back and forth. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And many other places every 2 years. Yep. Yay, we've got Air Force, Navy, Marines. Somebody's a captain. Dang. Why y'all don't send a military man for me? Hello. Used to say. Oh. Paranormal, you can't see yourself with a military man. I just see it very hard lifestyle. I think it's full of opportunities and you make the most of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. You just have to figure out what's gonna work best for you and your family and stick to it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
guys.
I really
I'm
think that's
getting
all it is.
distracted every 5 seconds. So, anything else about any of these couples?
No, I mean this show is very entertaining. They are Scream. I'm like, y'all are real comfortable with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I
enjoy a
still
good
have a
laugh.
lot of questions. I have a lot of questions about everybody. Like, does anybody know what Jerry does for a living?
I don't think he said anything yet, right? I was listening for that.
No. I'm sure it's shady if he hasn't said anything yet.
Not shady
Just
stuff.
saying. Just saying. The whole setup, like, there's so many more questions. Every time you watch a segment, like, you think that you're getting something answered, but you've got like 5 more questions.
Right.
I'm sure most of the world this way. They even have some free. Yep, that's true, Yanni. Let's see. I would love to move. Well, the situation I'm in now does not allow me to move, but if I was, fancy free, single, yeah, I would move. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, if you have no family, no kids, why not?
Yep.
That's one of the reasons I didn't want a family, because I wanted to be able to pick up and move when I wanted to.
Well, I might not have a family, but you still get an anchor weighing you down, no matter what. All right, guys, let us know your thoughts. Leave some comments below for us so that we can check it out. What other questions do you have about this weird little show, You, Me, and My Ex? I'm so confused with it, as y'all can tell. 90 Day Fiancé is just trash for me at this point. And I know you keep on telling me that the new season is going to be all new people and it's going to be great.
Yes, that's what
I
he's
don't
saying.
believe it. Based on this, I do not believe it. I think the new season is going to be trash.
But here's the thing. I'm okay with it. I'm cautiously optimistic because it's all new people. We don't know them, so we won't be able to we should be able to spot the fake storyline till about episode 6. So I'm okay with that.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if you feel the same way, but I prefer the other way. Quite honestly.
Oh, you mean like with Kenny and
Yes,
them?
I prefer the other way.
Because we want to see other locations. That's why. Oh, and I was listening today. I think 4 major cities in Australia are going into like lockdown for the next 2 weeks. And it includes Sydney, which what? does the filming for MAFS Australia. This could seriously impact us seeing another season.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get that figured out.
Come on, people. Everybody go and get a vaccine. We cannot derail seeing MAFS Australia.
Yeah, not over the panorama. Come on now.
Yes. Guys, this is impacting our television watch time.
Exactly. Do what's best for the people. Do what's best for the people.
Q90 though. I'm about to be You watch Big Brother, Trey? Oh.
Big Brother just is too time consuming. That's all for me. That's all it really is. It's too time consuming.
Ay, ay, ay.
Was it like 3 or 4 episodes a week? No.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay. All right, guys, give us a thumbs up. We have 15 thumbs up right now. Please give us a thumbs up before you leave the room. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend. We're on the march to get to 1,000 subs, and so we can get a community page so we can put up our calendar every week. Until that happens, subscribe to us on IG or Twitter, and we'll put up something over there for you guys, okay?
Yep.
For the
most
future
definitely.
Debbie, they already recorded.
They've already filmed, I guess.
Who?
I'm assuming MAFS Australia.
They only just finished their season.
Remember, that's 2019 though.
No, well, I just finished watching season 8.
Oh, you watched season 8.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And since they
keep
already
forgetting
showed
that.
us season 7, which sucks, the only thing they could put on for us would probably be season 8. Why did Lifetime do it like that? Show season 7, then show season 6. I'm so upset with that. Well, whatever. Anyhow, guys, tomorrow we will be doing Love After Lockup. So come over at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, whatever time in between, and get ready. Bring your pens, pencils, your notes. We're doing Love After Lockup. I have to go and watch it now.
It was interesting. I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna put this out here. Like Deontay or whatever his name is. He's 33. No, the girlfriend Nicole or whoever. I kid you not. To me, she looked 16, and I wanted to know what her trapper keeper was. And when you see them two together, even though he's only 33, he's young. He looks to me very old next to her. And when you watch it, you'll see what I'm saying.
You're kidding.
No, I was shocked. I'm like, wait a minute, why is he like aged like 20 years? It's because he's next to her because she looks so young. She literally looks she could be a sophomore in high school. I kid you not.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm going to go and watch it now, make my notes, and I'm going to come prepared tomorrow. Yes, that is cringy. And yes, I do hope that MAFS USA, which is going to be in Houston starting next month, will be better than this season.
Yeah, I think the couples are far more interesting than Atlanta's couples. They look way more interesting to me.
I'm interested in the Asian couple because I want to see when they put on the red outfits. And I want to see if they do a tea ceremony. What do they do?
I want to see if their mama's going to get into it. That's what I want to see.
Oh.
The battle of the Asian culture moms, I want to see that.
I also want to know where he's from because we know that she's from Vietnam or her family's from Vietnam, but they didn't mention him. I wonder if he feels more American than Asian American, if that makes sense. Anyway, guys, come back here again tomorrow. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And we will see you guys again soon. Any final thoughts, Jamal?
No, we're good.
We're good. So until next time.
Of course.
Bye.